Epstein Radio. Talk to X4335.
All right. Time to jump into a deep dive on Gordon Rocker.
Yeah.
So we've got a whole bunch of articles and interviews here.
Oh, yeah.
And even some questions from listeners about this South African musician.
Cool.
What we want to do today is kind of figure out what makes this guy tick
Yeah,
and why you might want him to play at your next event.
that's right.
So we've got some interesting stuff here.
We do. We've got some great material to work with.
Right off the bat, I'm seeing we've got mentions of performance at the Elvis movie premiere,
Oh, wow.
appearances on South African morning shows.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like this guy's got some serious stage presence.
Definitely does.
But before we get into all that,
Okay.
one of the articles mentions that Gordon has been playing music since he was 5 years old.
Wow, 5 years old.
5.
That's incredible.
I was barely mastering finger painting at that age.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
It's like music is just woven into his DNA.
Right. It's got to be.
Yeah, and speaking of DNA,
Okay.
a lot of these sources highlight his early inspiration by Elvis Presley. In fact, Top of the Times even says, Gordon Rocker thrives on the Elvis beat.
Interesting.
So what does that actually mean for his sound?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Is he a straight-up Elvis impersonator?
Right.
Or is there something more unique going on?
Well, that's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
Elvis was definitely a major influence, but Gordon Rocker has really blended that rock and roll energy with other genres.
Like what?
Country ballads, pop, even soul.
Wow.
He's created a style that's familiar and fresh.
Interesting.
And here's the thing, he's been writing his own songs since he was 12?
12?
12 years old?
Oh my gosh, at 12, I was still trying to figure out Smoke on the Water.
Right.
That's incredible that he was writing songs that young.
Absolutely. It shows real dedication.
Hmm.
He's not just churning out generic tunes. He's putting his heart and soul into every lyric, every note.
Yeah, and you can really feel that when you look at these sources. There's this sense of genuine passion.
Mhm.
Speaking of big leaps, in 2013, Gordon made a bold move.
Yeah.
He closed his music store to pursue music full-time.
Wow, that's commitment.
It is.
That takes guts.
Yeah, to leave behind a stable business and chase your dreams.
It does.
But it sounds like it really paid off for him.
Oh, it definitely did.
Since then, he's been performing at countless venues across South Africa.
Mm-hmm.
He's landed interviews on popular radio stations like Smile 9.4 FM and Cape Talk,
Yeah,
and even got his original songs played on RSG and other stations.
it really did pay off for him. And it's interesting because Gordon Rocker isn't just a,
Right.
one-trick pony,
Right.
like we were talking about, his
Hmm.
live performances and his songwriting.
Yeah.
But he's also a really skilled session vocalist
Hello.
and rhythm guitarist.
Okay.
He even worked on a song for a popular USA TV series.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
So he's comfortable both on stage and in the studio.
Yeah,
Sounds like he can adapt to just about any musical situation.
exactly.
And his versatility doesn't stop there.
No, it doesn't.
His original songs are licensed for business radio,
Mm-hmm.
and they're played in retail stores across Europe and the USA.
Imagine that.
Wow.
Strolling through a shop in Paris,
Yeah.
and suddenly you hear a Gordon Rocker tune.
That's pretty cool.
It is.
So if someone was going to book him for their event,
Yeah.
what kind of vibe could they expect?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Going back to that Elvis influence,
Hmm.
it's not just about the music itself.
Right.
It's about that energy and showmanship
Uh-huh.
that Elvis brought to the stage.
Yeah.
Gordon Rocker captures that same spirit.
Okay.
He doesn't just play the music,
Right.
he performs it.
So he's a real entertainer.
He is.
Gets the crowd going,
Absolutely.
creates a memorable experience.
Exactly. And think about it. You're planning an event,
Yeah.
a wedding, a corporate function, a party.
Mm.
You want someone who can not only play great music,
Right.
but also engage your guests.
Yeah.
And create a fun, vibrant energy.
Yeah, I'm starting to get the picture here.
Good.
So I got to ask, though,
Okay.
what about his technical setup?
Mm-hmm.
Is he a solo act?
Right.
Does he have a full band?
Yeah.
What kind of equipment does he use?
Those are all really good questions.
Yeah.
And luckily, we have some answers.
Okay, great.
From what I've gathered,
Mm.
Gordon is primarily a solo act,
Okay.
focusing on vocals and acoustic guitar,
Okay.
which makes him super adaptable
Yeah,
to different venues
Right.
and different event sizes.
that makes sense.
He doesn't need a massive stage
Right.
or a really complex sound system.
It's more intimate,
It is.
more of a personal connection.
Exactly like having a friend just serenade you with your favorite songs.
I like that.
And speaking of songs,
Yeah.
Remember, he's got a whole repertoire of original music.
Right.
So you're not just getting covers.
Right.
You're getting a unique musical experience.
Yeah, something special.
Exactly.
And we can't forget about his Elvis connection.
Oh, yeah.
Performing at the red carpet premiere of the new Elvis movie in 2022,
Mm-hmm.
that's a pretty big deal,
That is a big deal.
especially considering it was at a brand new Stuur Kyrkour movie theater
Wow.
at the V&A waterfront in Cape Town.
Yeah.
Pretty prestigious gig.
Yeah, shows he's not just playing local pubs.
Right.
He's performing at high-profile events.
Exactly.
And speaking of high profile,
Yeah.
he also had a live performance on the Espresso Morning Show
Oh, wow.
on SABC3 TV,
Yeah.
one of South Africa's most popular morning shows.
So we're talking local gigs,
Mm-hmm.
national television,
Yeah.
red carpets.
He's doing it all.
Sounds like Gordon Rocker can really do it all.
He really can.
What really strikes me is that he's not just a musician,
Yeah.
he's a storyteller.
I agree.
Whether it's his own songs or covers,
Mm-hmm.
he brings this real depth of emotion.
Yeah.
It's not just about hitting the right notes.
Right.
It's about conveying a feeling,
Exactly.
creating an experience for the audience.
Mhm. Absolutely. And that can really elevate an event.
Yeah, you're right.
Think about it if you're planning a wedding.
Uh-huh.
You want music that evokes romance and joy.
Mm-hmm.
Corporate function.
Yeah,
You might want something upbeat and energetic.
right.
Gordon Rocker has that versatility
Yeah.
to adapt to any mood or atmosphere.
And the fact that he's primarily a solo act
Yeah.
means he can fit into a variety of spaces
Mm-hmm.
and budgets.
Absolutely.
It's like having a personalized soundtrack.
It is.
Speaking of personalized,
Yeah,
you actually have a direct line to Gordon Rocker himself.
that's right.
No way.
If you check out the picture attached to this deep dive,
Okay.
you'll find his WhatsApp number right there,
Awesome.
along with a link to his website,
Cool.
where you can request a quote.
Oh, that's great.
So all you got to do is reach out
Yeah.
and let the music begin.
Thinking back on everything we've learned today,
Mm-hmm.
his passion, his versatility, his experience,
Yeah,
that Elvis-inspired energy,
it's all there.
Gordon Rocker could be the perfect addition to your next event.
He could be.
And on that note, we'll wrap up our deep dive into the world of Gordon Rocker.
Okay.
Hopefully you've discovered a new artist to add to your playlist
I hope so.
and maybe even consider for your next event.
Yeah,
Until next time, keep those speakers pumping
right.
and stay curious.
It's Beat Radio, talk to X4335.